Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
OMG, grab your wine glass and sit down, because I am about to absolutely lose my mind. I need to vent, and you are the only person who is going to understand this without judging me or making it weird. Seriously, pour the whole bottle. You're going to need it. So you know I've been seeing David, right? We've been officially together for about 2 months now. And let me tell you, girl, inside the relationship, it is bliss. He is kind, funny, intelligent, and the chemistry is off the charts. We're in that honeymoon bubble. But the second we step outside that bubble, my life turns into a dumpster fire. Here is the tea. Everyone is being so incredibly, openly racist, I feel like I've been transported back to the 1950s. I know we live in Australia. It's 2024. But apparently, because I'm this Eastern European girl and David is African, people's brains just short-circuit. Instead of just being happy for me, they decided to unleash the most toxic, ignorant garbage I have ever heard. Let's start with the friends. I was at brunch the other day with the girls. I bring up David because I'm excited. I show them a picture, just a cute selfie of us at the beach. And I swear the temperature in the room dropped 10 degrees. Jessica looks at me, dead in the eye, and goes, "Oh, he's very dark." Excuse me. And then Sarah leans in, lowers her voice like she's asking about a drug deal, and says, "So, since you're dating him, does that mean you can say the N-word in front of him now?" I literally choked on my drink. I was like, "What? No, why would I ever want to do that?" She just shrugged it off as a joke. But it wasn't a joke. It was this weird, fetishizing, gross curiosity. And here is the kicker, it isn't just the white girls. Follow for part 2. I'm dealing with insane racism because my boyfriend is black, and it's not just coming from where you'd expect. You know my group from uni? My friends from India and Southeast Asia? You'd think, as people of color who have dealt with nonsense in this country, they would get it. But no. The anti-blackness runs deep, honey. I was talking to Priya about him, and she literally scrunched up her nose. She asked me, "Why would you choose that? Isn't it going to be hard? Don't you want someone easier?" And by easier, she meant lighter. It's this internalized colorism that they are projecting onto me. It is infuriating. But wait, it gets worse. Last week, I went to this mixer thing. I got chatting with a group and I mentioned my boyfriend is African. This random guy, who I have known for all of 20 minutes, looks at me with this fake sympathetic smile and says, "Why would you date a black guy? You're such a pretty girl. You should bring a nice white guy home to make your parents happy." My jaw hit the floor. The audacity, I just froze. I wanted to scream at him, but I just stuttered and said, "That's not okay to say." He didn't even care. He just rolled his eyes like I was being sensitive. But his words stuck with me because he touched on the one thing that is actually keeping me up at night, my parents. Oh God, my parents. This is the part that hurts the most. Everyone hates my boyfriend because he's black, but my parents' reaction is destroying me. You know my family. We're Eastern European, incredibly tight-knit. Family is everything. But we also come from a culture that is extremely insular and old-fashioned. I told my mom over the phone. I didn't even send a picture first. I just said I met a guy from Africa. The silence on the other end of the line was deafening. It wasn't the silence of a dropped call, it was the silence of judgment. When she finally spoke, she just said, "We don't want to meet him." Just like that. Shut down. I tried to argue. I said, "Mom, he's amazing. He treats me better than any of the losers I've dated before." And she goes, "It doesn't matter, it's not right. People will talk. You need to stick to your own kind. Why do you do this to us?" Like my relationship is a personal attack on them. My dad is even worse. He won't even talk about it. They have completely written him off solely because he is black. And here is the thing that makes me feel like a total fraud. David doesn't know. I haven't told him any of this. How can I? He's African living in Australia. I know he deals with racism every day. I cannot bring myself to tell him that the woman he is sleeping with comes from a family that thinks he is beneath them. I don't want to be another source of pain for him. I don't want him to feel unwelcome or unsafe with me. I'm hiding my parents' racism from my boyfriend, and it's eating me alive. So I lie. Well, I omit. When David asks about meeting my parents, I say, oh, they're just really difficult people. They're weird about me dating in general. They need time to warm up. I'm painting them as strict, overprotective European parents, rather than the racists they are being right now. I'm trying to buy time, hoping that if I just stay with him long enough, they'll see how happy I am and they'll get over it. But deep down, I'm terrified they won't. I feel like I'm constantly on defense. Every time I open my mouth to talk about the person I'm falling for, I have to brace myself for a stupid comment, a racist joke, or straight-up hostility. It's exhausting. I feel like I'm failing him. Every time I let a comment slide or don't scream at someone, I feel like I'm betraying David. But if I cut everyone off, I'll be completely isolated, and I don't want to lose my family either. I'm stuck in the middle of this cultural crossfire. How do I get these people to stop? And what about my parents? Do I force the issue and bring him home to be insulted? That seems cruel, but keeping him a secret feels disrespectful too. I just want to be with him without the world judging us. Honestly, tell me what to do. How do I grow a spine without losing my mind? And please, pour me another glass, because I cannot go home and face this anxiety sober.